Now, today, a filmmaker whose work you are a fan of already. If you've seen a film called The Forbidden Zone, Forbidden Zone is a cult classic. He makes small indie movies with heart. Here he is. You need to know Richard Elfman. Richard, thank you for joining us on the show today. Good to see you, sir. Let me put you front and center. And
hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, look at this. Aliens, Clowns, and Geeks. You've got all your posters back at Forbidden Zone 2, and you have a new film out called Bloody Bridget.
Very bloody. And by the way, I've been a fan of Film Threat forever, guys, and thank you for having me on today. What a treat.
Well, just a treat. Also, like, I love running into you, like, I don't know, at parties and events. I feel really bad because you've invited me to your barbecues at your place, your infamous barbecues.
And it's an event called the Barbecue Bacchanals.
Yes, the Barbecue Bacchanals. And also
wine and performance.
Yeah, and also we had your, I guess you would call Molly Elfman is your
niece.
That's your niece.
Danny
She's been on the show.
Yeah, very talented lady.
Yes, your brother's daughter, Molly, has been on the show. I knew Molly when she was covering movies. She was a film journalist, and now she's a filmmaker in her own right. But Bloody Bridget, it's hit the festival circuit. It is. Tell us about Bloody Bridget.
Well, it's voodoo deity Baron Samedi mistakes a red-haired burlesque dancer for his missing wife, the red-haired Maman Brigitte, and he transforms her into a Valentine vampire. What is that? She asks. Oh, you shall see. Blood only whets her appetite. She has to eat the beating hearts of her victims, and they all deserve it.
And I'm going to guess that it's based on the title. It's very bloody.
It's very bloody. It's sexy. It's bloody. It's fun. And we've got some brilliant music that my brother, Danny Elfman, and Ego Plum recorded for us.
Oh, that's great. What, you're on the festival circuit now. How are people reacting to this? Because a lot of films at festivals, depending on the festival, you've been to many festivals with your films.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see movies at these festivals, you think, there's always like the social issue documentary, and those are fine. And the films that are, I would say, a little pretentious. You are, look at your movies. You are the most unpretentious person that I know.
I don't know about that.
But you have a great sense of humor about yourself and your work. But what has been the reaction to the film on the festival circuit?
Okay. I'm an entertainer at heart. I come from musical theater, the stage. And aside from everything else is I want to fucking entertain my audiences. And I've got to say, we brought the house down. This is a fun film. It's fun, it's sexy, it's gory, and we really pulled out the stops for our horror fans on this one.
Cool. Let's see. We've got people in the chat that are saying, hi, Richard, says Brock Samsonite. The Alex Zorba says, hola, Ricardo. And Fletcher Williams says, based on a true story? Bloody Bridget? It's not based on a true story, is it?
Well, yes and no. Okay, just like, call it the Rastafarians in Jamaica, where they kind of expropriated the former Emperor Haile Selassie from Ethiopia and deified him in Jamaica. Well, there's a similar thing going on in Haiti, where the deity of life and death, Baron Samedi, his wife is ostensibly Saint Bridget from Ireland, who earlierly was a Celtic goddess. So in the Haitian voodoo pantheon, there's a red-haired gal named Maman Brigitte. So the film is loosely based on that, but it's tongue-in-cheek, although my Haitians in the film are actually played by Haitians, and they had a great time with it.
Let's go to some more comments and questions here from people. Imperfect says, I like it already. JTPRX, his laugh is contagious. Haha. One Punch Man Tolkien fan says, full moon behind the scenes, Forbidden Zone. Question mark.
Is that a question?
Full moon, Forbidden Zone. No, those two never met.
Oh, okay. Solomon Thornton.
Shrunken Heads for full moon ages ago.
Best advice for beginning filmmakers.
Be so passionate about what you're doing that you're not afraid of death or arrest.
Oh, okay. There you go. Death or arrest. Yeah, I love that. Just for fun, Mr. Elfman, what is your favorite musical?
God, probably Three Penny Opera from Berlin, Fiddler on the Roof, Wizard of Oz. I don't know. That's a big question.
More comments here. Lubitch Touched Me says, what would be your dream project if budget wasn't an issue, and who would you cast?
Forbidden Zone 2, and I'm getting closer and closer. So it's on the way. It's ready to go. I did a big crowdfunder. It worked out well. And then we went to start the thing, and the price of this, the formula for Forbidden Zone, and this was going back to my theater troupe, the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo, is we would take amazing pieces of music that were kind of forgotten and play them live for audiences, mixed with my brother's original score. So it was kind of the new and the old, but it was based on these, call it like timeless classics. And the ones that I had picked out for Forbidden Zone 2, the price went through the roof. And we've come close to making it a few times, and God help us, we'll make it this year. Or God strike us down from lightning, maybe both.
Thank you for making authentic horror entertainment, sir, says Imperfect, who's a member. Thank you for that. Razorburn, Richard, were you ever involved with your brother's band in the past or any of his projects? Danny Elfman.
Well, I started the band, the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo, that became Oingo Boingo. I've directed some of their videos. And other than that, Danny's helped me on all of my films with music. He's been a very good brother.
JTPRX says, when is this available to watch? Bloody Bridget, when can we all see it?
Well, this is not right away. Normally to raise money for an independent film, let alone something quirky, original, and different, is 10 times more work than making the film. So this one, I just said, fuck it. Up the mortgage, up the credit card limits, and shot the damn thing. So I've got no partners, no deals, no nothing. So we're taking our time on the festival circuit. We're going to build up some buzz. And we want to get the right distributor that understands it, not just jump for the short money. So I can't tell you when it's going to be commercially available. I mean, we've just finished the film, and we're just starting the festival circuit. But keep your eyes on Facebook at Bloody Bridget, and Instagram at Bloody Bridget Film, and you could see what cities we're going to with festivals.
We posted on the Film Threat Instagram, we posted the poster, because I love movie posters. So our Film Threat Instagram, you can follow us on Film Threat on Instagram, is just tons and tons of posters, including our next guest, the poster for her film, April Mullen's Simulant. I posted that on our Instagram because I thought it was a really good poster. I just love movie poster art. I mean, you've got your art on the walls. Like, who doesn't love great movie poster art? Otio asks, favorite horror movie?
God, I don't know, like Psycho. I'm such a horror fan. I'd be here all day just listing them.
Cool. And then let's see more comments here. Nicholas Vargo says, Richard, you are a genius, sir. Any great stories about the early days of the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo? The home videos from the Forbidden Zone DVD release are extraordinary.
Well, it was quite an amazing group. But again, it was taking these classics like Cab Calloway, Duke Ellington, Josephine Baker, Django Reinhardt, music that people have never heard live, and we do it well along with Danny's original music, with crazy antics on the set, and a touch of burlesque, always a touch of burlesque.
All right. And Fletcher Williams.
I should mention we did review Bloody Bridget. It's a 9.5 out of 10 from Bobby LaPierre.
I'm sorry it didn't get a 10, Richard.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
I know I've been flagellating myself every night thinking about it.
That halfway.
You guys do great reviews. By the way, Alan, you're an extraordinary writer, I must say.
Oh, thanks. I know we win at it with Aliens, Clowns, and Geeks, but
yeah, you've got a way with words, sir. A way with words.
Well, but the one thing is at Film Threat, look, we try to get the appropriate writer matched with the film, right? Someone who likes horror movies might want to have that person review a horror movie. To me, that just makes sense. So sometimes when I see mainstream critics give a certain type of film a bad review, I'm thinking they just don't like that kind of movie. You know what I mean? I don't think it's very fair, and especially not fair to independent filmmakers. You should be a fan of the genre to know whether this is a standout in that genre. So we take it very seriously.
All the reason we love Film Threat, sir. All the more reason.
Thank you for saying that, Richard. And let's see. We'll just a couple more questions here. Fletcher Williams, I Suck at Games channel, goes on to ask, what do you use to shoot and what do you use to edit and color correct?
Okay, Aliens, Clowns, and Geeks, we used red. God, I forgot which red. And the recent one, Bloody Bridget, we used Black Magic 4K, 6K. It was actually cheaper to buy, but it's great in low light. For editing, I had Andrew Cast, who's like a veteran film and television editor and a director in his own right. And, you need a colorist. Ours was Jeff Jones. The guy's got about 200 IMDb credits. And by the way, Jeff colorized every single Seinfeld episode. Wow. Did a great color job for us. And the other thing is I had an amazing special effects team. I had Kevin Kutchover, Emmy-winning effects guy, and my practical effects guy, Roy Kinnear at Soda. I've been working with him for 25 years since Modern Vampires, with the bloody hearts and the monsters and everything. And he's actually a director too, and he's killed me in a number of his films.
That's great. And let's see, a final question here. The Introspect M says, is everything you've done horror? If so, is there another genre you would like to do someday?
Well, I've done a couple dance documentaries, and I had my own media company for years. I've actually produced 275 red carpet interviews. So I've done other things, but horror and fantasy are my favorite things. I've actually got 3 horror fantasy novels coming out. The first one, The Schlemazel of Supreme, a Jewish vampire story, will be out this year. We're doing the audiobook right now.
Well, congrats on that. Richard, where can people find you on social media or your website for Bloody Bridget? Okay,
Facebook at Bloody Bridget, Instagram, Bloody Bridget Film.
Awesome. Richard Richard Elfman, always a pleasure to talk to you, sir. I've got to make it to one of your barbecue bacchanals at some point.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Alan. We'll see you guys. And you don't want to miss these events. And thank you, Film Threat.
Thank you, Richard. Take care. Appreciate it. Later.